welcome to Golf Training Hacks. Improving your shoulder range of motion is clearly important to improving the rotation in your golf swing. That means improving everyday posture is important. When your posture is poor, you're placing your shoulders in a poor position to move. That means you're limiting your shoulder range of motion, you're reducing your ability to produce power, you're limiting your ability to rotate, and you're increasing injury risk. You know, when it comes to the shoulder, there's just not a lot of room in the shoulder joint. The soft tissue of the shoulder are basically in contact with the bony structures of the shoulder all the time. So every time you raise your arm, you're pinching that soft tissue a little bit. But when your posture is good, that pinching is normal and it doesn't cause a problem. It's when you have poor posture and that pinching is excessive that we have a problem and it can lead to injury. So as you can see in the picture, there's just not a lot of room in the shoulder joint. You have your humeral head, you have the soft tissue that lines the capsule, that's the bursa, the rotator cuff tissue and the lining of the capsule. And then you have that white finger-like looking piece in the picture that's just above the soft tissue. Well, that's part of your scapula. That's called the acromion. Now, you can see how the soft tissue is compressed between the bony structure of your scapula and the humeral head. Now, when you have poor posture, like when you have upper cross syndrome, where you're slumped forward and your shoulders are compressed to the midline, if you can picture that white acromion wrapping around in the front of your shoulder joint and putting more compression into that shoulder position because your scapula has rotated too far forward and you can't rotate it back, what happens now? When you raise your arm, the soft tissue gets pinched or impinged between the scapula and the arm bone, and now it's grinding against the top of the bony structure that's on the top of your shoulder, and it creates impingement, and it tears and frays that soft tissue. And the more you do that, the more likely it is to get tearing and fraying and injury. So if we take it back to the golf swing, which is a high velocity, high force rotation with a lot of repetition, if you're stuck in this upper cross syndrome, it's much more likely that you're going to create impingement in your shoulder joint, and that's going to lead to tearing, fraying, and injury. So we want to have good posture. We want to be in a more open position every day. Because let's face it, if you're stuck in poor posture every day, it's not likely that you're going to be able to get out of it in the golf swing, right? So you want to have good posture every day. So what do I mean by good posture? Well, part of it is being able to upwardly rotate your scapula, getting the scapula to upwardly rotate and move to the back to create more space in that shoulder joint so when your arm moves, it just pinches that soft tissue a little bit, but doesn't impingement and cause all that pain, injury, tearing, and fraying. So we want good everyday posture to help us improve our golf swing rotation and reduce injury risk. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. And if you'd like to learn more about Golf Training Hacks, our courses, and our online coaching programs, check out golftraininghacks.com.